What if I were to tell you that your entire universe depends on you? And now it seems a little bit exaggerated, but in truth, in the contextual sense, it's really not. So, it all started a few years ago, back when I was in high school, and my biology teacher was talking about something in his class, and it really piqued my interest, and he was talking about how, people perceive colors differently, and what you and I see to be blue, like this I see to be blue, and maybe you see it to be blue too, but to somebody else it might be purple. And what I mean by that is, they would say it is blue, but if we were to look through their eyes and see the color that they are seeing, we would say purple. So, if you take that into account, and you say, okay, so people can perceive colors differently. People can be colorblind, so that's not a surprise. So people can perceive colors differently. That's a way of you perceiving all that you see differently. And I thought, okay, so let's take us another step further. What about your other senses? What other things could you be perceiving as truth without it being actual truth? And what I mean by that is, all truth is subjective because of the fact that it is being perceived through your mind. And an objective truth is not possible when it is being seen through a subjective mind. When the thing that is defining it and labeling it and measuring and weighing is subjective. So, if you think, okay, so no objective truths, and perception variations. Okay. And then I decided to think, okay, so let's stay on sight for a minute. What other things do you see that you think would be an objective truth that in actuality is not? Walls. Any walls, cupboards, fridges, stoves, doors, computers. Anything that is a solid object. With water and things like that, it's a little bit different because the particles in water are very, very tightly pressed together. In solid objects, particles are not actually pressed that tightly together. So, in actuality, scientifically, if I could control the particles in my body, I could walk through a wall. Go out on the other side and be fine. So that's another perception. We see things as solid, even though in actuality, their particles are not very wide together. And we consider that, our subjective mind defines that as something that we could actually be able to go through. It would be like a doorway. You wouldn't need doorways. But, okay, so there's sight. And then you go to your other senses. So, everything you see, everything you hear, everything you touch, everything you smell, everything you taste, is all subjective based upon your mind. Because everything that is going through, everything that you perceive as truth or non-truth is being perceived and, I don't know what the right word is, projected from the universe itself into your mind. So when you think about that, and you think about how your perception is changed, and how nothing that you actually see can be objectively true, then it's not that far of a leap to say, as a subjective truth, that your universe, because it is your universe, it is unique to you in some way, it will be different from any other, is dependent upon you. So think about that.